What's up, guys? I'm SaltEMike, and this is your Star Citizen Week in Review for November 1st, 2021. 315 is this close to getting out of the PTU and going live, and with it, kind of a decent experience as well, and it's either time to lock down or pull out your wallets, because the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is coming this month. All that and more on today's Week in Review. And if this is your first week in review, it's where I take all the official Star Citizen news and pile it into one video and share my opinions as well. If you didn't know, I do live stream on Twitch every day but Monday so I can get this video out to you guys. And I have a second channel, SaltEMike 2. There's been some controversy there. We watched a new player to Star Citizen share his thoughts about the game, and I got a lot of negative comments on us kind of being toxic or picking on him a little bit. It's funny to see people see Star Citizen, but not know Star Citizen. And there's a lot that goes into the 9 years that we've been here, guys. I'm going to share my opinion, and a lot of the jokes I make aren't about people, aren't about the devs, aren't about Chris Roberts. They're not about anybody. They're about coping with the experience of Star Citizen's development. And it hasn't been a smooth ride, okay? My second channel, I'm going to be showing my reactions. Sometimes they're going to be positive, sometimes they're going to be negative, sometimes they're going to be jokingly toxic, if that's what you guys want, but it's always going to be natural. It's always going to be me, and that's what it is. But with that said, let's jump into the video because we actually have a decent amount to get through. We had 3 patches this week, all on the PTU, and we're going to start out with 3.15.0. They did an inventory polish pass, which some filtering issues were needed, and they were adjusted where you can kind of just click to get out of filter, which was kind of annoying. They also had an equip all thing, which I never noticed, so I haven't tried yet. You can leave a comment below and let me know your experience with it, guys. There was healing, downstate, and medical polish passes as well. Most things here have to do with how often we get injuries. So the explanation, as you can see, is quite detailed and long, so link will be in the description for the patch notes. There's also a lot of work done on the HUD for when you're downed, so to let you know when somebody takes your beacon, if they cancel it, and so on. Broken moon polish. They remove volumetric clouds from the map to help performance. And by the way, you can now remove them from the entire game to help performance. They spent so much time on them, and now we're going to be removing them to improve our frames, which are not good. You know, general frame rates aren't good, so almost everybody should probably be removing these to improve performance in the game. And that's kind of unnerving and weird to see and hard to hear, because that was something that was, I mean, a lot of time was spent on that stuff. So to see it be removed, and where if you're going to play the game any sort of way at this moment, you probably should, it's just tough to see, guys. And yeah, it's always been visuals over the performance, and I'm glad they're adding features so we can focus on performance and enjoy the game experience. So there's negatives and there's positives out of this, but in general, it is not a good sight to see, especially with the first thing that we got from Firesprite, or now Sony, whatever they're called. They made a broken moon polish. I don't think it did anything at all except for make the performance and experience worse. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but it's not a good thing to see. Lastly, bounty mission polish. This just made the initial missions shareable, and making more missions shareable is just a good thing, so good on them for that. 315p, inventory and medical polish patch again. Polish the item grid sizes and the SCU, or I guess micro SCU, of a lot of the items. Increase the distance at which you could put somebody in the medical bed, and other animation passes in regards to medical. And then quantum and AI behavior. They apparently fixed a lot of the bugs with quantum not triggering. I think quantum travel has been quite an issue over probably about the last year or more, but after this patch, I had way more issues with Quantum than I did in previous patches. So not sure what's going on there. Let me know your experiences, again, in the comments. I'll be asking that a lot today. They split the AI in spawn closets. So this means that security is going to spawn in one, and the enemies are going to spawn in others for at least those initial bunker missions that are with the security outposts and stuff. So these are really cool, but before they would basically spawn in the same closet and just like lock onto each other and stay in the closet and never come out for you to fight them, so it didn't really work out. Then moving on to 315Q on the PTU, we had FPS and ship combat AI polish. This increased the distance at which FPS AI will fire, and they did some stuff with hit prediction performance. Not sure what that means. Maybe it'll smooth out our pips a little bit. I don't know. And then they set a corpse limit. You can now only have 3 corpses out at any given time. This is to improve performance because, yeah, we're idiots. Other notes on patches. The 30k crash recovery has been working, and then it wasn't, and now it might be working again, so keep that in mind. And as you get a 30k, make sure you check and provide any feedback on the issue if it's not working. PTU is open to all now as well, so if you are a Star Citizen backer and you want to check out, in my opinion, the biggest patch that we've had since 3.0, now's the time to do it. Then moving on to video updates, we had a Star Citizen Live. It was another game dev video, and it's basically a continuation from a sitcom panel on kind of pirating up landing zones or a station or something. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch it. But should at least watch the first 30 or so seconds, because it's Lando's Halloween celebration. So I'm going to leave it alone, and you guys can kind of watch that one for yourselves, because it's interesting. It's hard to say. He just didn't feel like being Count Disco this year, and his choice, I have no idea what's going on there. Other updates, we'll start out with the sneak peek this week. The expert investigator that I am sees a 315P in the background, which was supposed to come stock with a, what guys? Tractor beam. So it also gives tractor beam vibes, what we're looking at on the screen here. So that must be what it is. We can use tractor beams in FPS, so it's about time we use them on our ships. So probably another operator mode, right? Tractor operator mode, as well as, yeah, some use cases for it, perhaps. We'll have to see. Next, if you need some help, CIG posted about medical changes. It is super detailed. So anything that has to do with medical gameplay in Star Citizen in 3.15, so before maybe you pop into that PTU, you can check out this guide. Honestly, I don't think a better guide can be made, at least in written form, so make sure you guys check this one out. Galactapedia update. The main article is on the Siege of Tiber, and it was the longest battle that the UAE ever had with the Vandal, so kind of a cool read there. Other articles include like Dolovine and some foods that we're eating, so things that we actually interact with in game. A lot of the times it's just like landing zones, so there are some good reads in this Galactapedia update. So again, link will be in the description, so feel free to check that out. And for last, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. We know it'll come with a free fly, 100 ships that are going to be available for rent, most likely. It starts on November 19th, ends on December 1st. The Drake Day is the 26th. That's what we know right now. I assume there's going to be some ships that show up that we haven't seen before, things like that. So we'll keep you up to date on those updates here on the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe to do so. But that'll end the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Kind of a slow week this week on video updates and stuff like that. But I do think we do get ISC back next week. So looking forward to that. And yeah, make sure you guys check out the React channel. Hit the subscribe button, leave comments below, like the video because it really helps out with the algorithm, all that stuff. And guys, I'll catch you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.